certificate, which is an FAA certificate, which allows them to fly for fun. So it's something that even as a parent, if you want to fly their drone with them, you have to take the trust certificate. It's a rule now. So it's a very easy thing. There's a lot of but just know they've got their trust certificates. Some of them have them on their device, their phone, but most of them have a printed off copy. So basically, if they're flying in an area which they can identify now as a safe to fly area, if they got approached by local law enforcement or something, they just show them that certificate. And block 1, they'll try to fly and land on the bullseye in block 3. So they'll get 1 point if they take off and land right in the same square that they're at. It's kind of right down the middle. Everybody flying on that side cannot cross the orange line. They have to be at any time today are what we call the runners. They're basically just putting fresh batteries on the drone and running out and getting it from the landing pad and putting it back on the touchdown zone. So each kid will get a fly twice, and they're teamed up with a partner who is their visual observer. So a visual observer, when we go out and do our typical drone flights for research and stuff, is just an extra set of eyes to help clear the airspace and keep an eye on your drone as you're flying it. So each other for the top 2 places. So there will be 2 first place down here. We still give first place to that group because all week they've been split into 2 groups of 20. So we just do it that way, so kind of spread the love a little more, if you will. At the end of the day, we'll tally up all the points. We'll congregate back under here again. I'll give away a couple of awards. Dr. Lester from SEED, thank her very much. She's responsible for all of this. And then we'll have a couple people talk, make some closing remarks. Then every kid's kit comes with what you see here, but they are missing batteries at this point for the drone. They have a controller which already has batteries in it, but the drone, they do get 2.
It's supposed to say
direct them, bro. Direct them to where the middle is.
About to say go and then it just dropped. Where'd Rain go?
Because, bro, you took so long to say something.
He's over there.
Yo, Josh. Yeah, I already know. This motherfucker's gonna sell me. I had to call him and tell him if he sold it. Yeah. No, he's not trying to sell you. Yo, back up. You dog, you. Yo, back up. You're making me uncomfortable. Like, why are you walking up to me?
I'll also try to help a little bit.
He's got
Take your time.
Yeah.
Taking off.
Yo. Yo. Yo.
One more time. Go left. Coming down a little bit. Right.
Wait, tilt to the move right a little bit.
Go.
That definitely landed
Nice.
it.
Go.
That definitely landed it.
That was Nick.
So the drone test site, there's 7 of those in the nation, and we're responsible for helping safely integrate drones into our national airspace system. So hard work that all of the kids that have put forth. I'm going to share something with you. This is the 3rd week in a row that this is the 3rd year in a row that we've done this camp, and I've been.
Wow.
So speaking of the staff that was sharing that little secret with me, if you were a chaperone or one of our engineers or operators that helped this week, would you raise your hand? Because they had a lot of time with your junior engineers, junior operators, I'll call them. And I would encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to talk to some of them, because not only do they dedicate a lot of their time, and I want to thank them for their professionalism and expertise in helping bring up the next generation of engineers and operators. Just how wonderful they did, how hard they worked, and how some of the different things that they got to learn from these kids. So I would encourage you to talk to them before you leave. A little bit about the drone part real quick. Sarah, where are you? Okay. That's Sarah Rhodes. So she runs this drone park with her staff. And some of them help with the camp, running the camp this week as well. And they're out here today. You may have been there in the black shirts. This drone park there's a couple around the nation, but we like to claim that this is the largest unencumbered, meaning we don't have poles in the middle of our drone park. The largest unencumbered in the nation. It's the size of a football field if you are trying to figure out the scale of it, and it's 85 foot high. And the university put it in for the purpose of certainly STEM camps like this, but also for our researchers to be able to medical visit and utilize the drone park on a regular basis. So what that speaks to is that if your kids are interested in doing this for a living in the future and come here to study, or even at other universities or working just in technical fields, drones are becoming a part of every single line of business that you can think of. There's some real creativity out there, but this industry is just booming. And I want to mention some sponsorships real quick. So Wing is one of our sponsors, and by the way, your kids got to go visit in the United States that was certainly FAA certified. It happens right here in Christiansburg. Other sponsors that we had, including Wing, include the Virginia Tech Center for Engineering Enhancement. Sorry, I got that backwards. Enhancement and Engineering Diversity. Thank you. SEED. That's Kim Seed. They helped lead the entire camp. They were a sponsor. ITAS, the Institute for Critical Technology and Applied Science. Crofton, they were a Kevin T. Crofton Center. They were a sponsor. And then my team, the Mid-Atlantic Aviation Partners.
And I just want everyone to give them another huge round of applause. For my office, this is the end of the 5th week of camps. So some of us are kind of running on fumes. We have one more week after this, and then our summer conclude helping since the 3rd week of June. So they've been. This group was so good and so efficient and followed directions and did a great job with their build that we had extra time at the end. So not to worry, my office, we had some fun mini design challenges. We did a paper tower and a spinning top. My understanding is that not all the groups. And I know I'm going to slaughter some of these names. I apologize in advance. So when I call your names, come on up and we're going to get your medals and your certificates.
Okay, so I just want to thank you for the program.
I see them in spreadsheets sometimes because I look at spreadsheets so often.
No, I just want to give the thank you for the opportunity. Any other?
Was an engineer undergraduate.
Oh,
and
what
like that.
program?
He did engineering physics.
I'm an engineering physics
okay.
major. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
he
That's
loved
crazy.
it.